Hey guys, it's Shara. The Talking Hand is back. This is my $2.64 sketchbook. I actually finished this over a mix of November and December. I ordered it originally from Walmart, of all places, with my grocery pickup. I was looking for just a pad of paper to do some storyboarding for some cartoons that I was trying to do. So that's how I started. And then I watched multiple sketchbook videos where everyone talked about how hard it was to get started, if they bought something fancy and expensive. And I said, oh, I've got the perfect thing to try to do some whatever. And I used this as my experiment book. There were no rules. I did discover as I went along that it does do a lot of ghosting because it's very cheap, inexpensive, thin paper. So I only worked on one side after a while. But I'm going to probably just shut up and run music through this. However, you will notice in here in some spots, like if I use somebody's reference that I could credit, I went ahead and did that on the pages. So if you see something that's not credited that you recognize, please let me know. The worst thing about the internet is that it's hard to do a paper trail. The best thing about it is that there's just a ton of stuff out there. So I'll be quiet now and get started. This was my first playing with alcohol markers and things, a mixed media type deal, and this is when I discovered that I could not do colored work on both sides of these pages. Hey, reminds me, do you guys remember that old, I guess it was 90s cartoon, Johnny Bravo? Something about the smug guy reminds me of that. And this is just a storyboarding section for a cartoon. It's colored pencils and pen and ink. Some drawing prompts. If you guys hear my phone ding in the background, I apologize. My daughter's at the doctor's office waiting and she's texting me periodically. I think he's cute. These were some of the same drawings that I did. These were just practicing them again in this book. I like the little, I'm going to call it kawaii again, fruits and veggies. I just think they're kind of cute. This was a Kyle T. Webster little class type thing on Behance. That was actually fun to do. It's something that I want to actually replicate with my grandson, because I think he would enjoy drawing the whale. This was a practice piece. I was not pleased with it, but the rules were no like tearing pages out kind of thing. So Pinterest inspired. Another challenge. This was on Instagram and I can't remember the name of the group. It was a group of people doing it, but it was the hashtag Winter Creativity Challenge. During December, I challenged myself to do 30 faces a day, and you'll see that some of them I did in here, some I did digitally. If you're interested in them, I did a lot of shorts when I was doing them digitally because it was a quick way for me to keep a record. This was just practicing with the different head shapes. This lady was Pinterest inspired. I actually want to try to paint her because I got some gouache paint and I've never tried using it before, so I'm going to try to transfer her and see if I can do a portrait. Sky, again, Pinterest inspired. This guy was fun to draw. I really liked his smile. I don't know that he truly was, but this made me think of the Victorian photos of the dead. So, I don't know. But it was a Pinterest-inspired sketch. I need a tremendous amount of practice on hands. I liked his chiseled jawline. Just a happy doggy. Anato ref, I don't know if that is the correct way to pronounce it, but this was just some eye studies, some cartoons and anime. I was trying this 6 heads height proportions. Suck at this, but good practice. Can only get better, right? This was from lovetodrawthings.com. This was just a fun while I was watching TV doodle. Like I said, I needed some hand practice, so I practiced some various things, and by the end, they were improving some. Doodle page while I was watching a YouTube video. This guy's kind of creepy. I'm not gonna lie. My rendition of him was, I don't know, I almost feel like he needs a clown nose and hair. This was just a variety of doodle faces. I actually kind of liked how this one turned out. Just playing. I was watching my daughter set up some stuff, and this was just what was in front of me. This poor girl, I messed her nose up horribly. She was kind of cute. I liked how this older lady turned out. This lady reminds me of an older Victorian lady, which is actually one of my favorite time periods in history, that and the 1930s. Some more eye practice. This was from howtoart.com. I think these guys are just cute. I have a tendency to like to draw cute things. A winter mouse. That was a practice. I didn't like him. I didn't even put anything else on the page. I just kept going. I liked the panda. I thought he was adorable. This was just a patterning of fruit, food, teapots, the usual. I actually want to scan this in and color it for a screensaver. This was horrible. But I promised myself I'd show the good, the bad, and the ugly. This was meant to be a caricature. Meh, I don't know. I haven't decided. If I was tempted to not show any, it was those two. These are just, again, some various face practices. This guy I found on Sketchy. His name was Stuart Goss. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I just enjoyed drawing him. I had a good time doing that one. Again, some more fruits and veggies. These were just playing with some new pens that my daughter gave me. Some lips and mouth practice, which I need. Some nose practice, because I don't know if you guys noticed on some of the previous pictures, but I was butchering some of those noses. Cartoon expressions, because what ultimately started me back on this journey of drawing again was the desire to create some animated cartoons for my grandson, which I realized as I got going that I still had a lot to go back and do. So I'm trying to relearn some skills and add new skills at the same time. Some ear practice. A face, of course. This lady was on Sketchy, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name, but her name was Paula de Queiroz, maybe? Queiroz. Forgive my mispronunciation. Okay, these facial expressions for cartoons were from Pinterest. Sarah Renee Clark is where I found those. But they were just kind of fun to play with. And this was the second page of the same various expressions. I kind of like this googly-eyed one. This was a sketch of a lady that I know. Don't know, let me see if I can slide this down, we can see a little better. These are just cartoon eyeballs and mouths from Crocotak, maybe? KROKOTAK.com. But they were just kind of cute expressions. These were for bullet journaling. I've never done a bullet journal before, as many kinds of planners as I've tried. And these were just weather trackers. And I thought, oh, they're kind of cute. I'll draw them in here. But they're from Nicole Grace Studies or Studios. I can't even read my own writing today. Some more bullet journal practicing while I was watching a bazillion bullet journal videos. Dreams Time bunny faces. These were fun. I just drew the faces, drew some bunny heads around them just to see kind of what I would come up with, and went back in with just a black marker and a pink marker. My favorite is possibly this one or this one. This was another Pinterest-inspired sketch. Okay, excuse me. This was some cartoon mouth expressions from the Mogul Minute. These were good practice just to get, you know, the different emotions and shapes down. And then some more arrow practice and various things for bullet journals. These were just some cute little winter and doodles, just doodles, honestly. This lady was from Sketchy, and her name was Tay Wills. I didn't do her justice, but I did like the overall flow of it. I am a huge Winnie the Pooh fan, and so these were just some little doodles. Christopher Robin didn't look so great, but he's there, so it is what it is. I was thinking about Lilo and Stitch, and so this was a rough, not impressed with it, but I did it nonetheless. then I thought this one was at least a little cuter, even if not quite as accurate. I found at least the Odie, I can't remember about the Garfield, on Arch Zine FR, I believe was the last part, via Pinterest. And this was just some colored pencil work that I did Christmas Eve while we were waiting for family to come over. Of course, everybody recognizes this dog that knows anything about Disney. Belle looks horrid, but I did actually, my favorite's probably Chip and Cogsworth. And then this is my last page. This is just some quick doodles while I was waiting somewhere. And that's it. So that is my cheap sketchbook that I filled. I did a tiny bit in November, but really mostly this was a December thing. So if you've hung around this long and listened to me yatter, I did not end up playing music the whole time, sorry. Thanks for watching, and I will try to come back in a little bit and share what my plans are for January, which include my first ever bullet journal. So we'll see how that goes. Bye guys.